How do relationships work in Brazil? What's the secret to get a girlfriend, and does the man really have to pay for everything? And is casual sex replacing normal dating? Stay tuned for all that and much more. Yep, as you see, we're not in Rio de Janeiro anymore. I stick to sunny northeastern Brazil. Yes, my friends, we are still here in amazing Fortaleza. In our previous videos, we've been covering what Brazilians really think of us gringos and how to meet and date Brazilian girls. Now it's time to cover that next step. How are relationships working here in Brazil? And what kind of surprises and culture shocks are in store for you dating a brasileira? Soon we'll know all about it. And as always, people share their own opinion. It's not necessarily mine. A funny thing about the young generation in Brazil, people are straightforward and uncomplicated, but their love life isn't. There is a system.
We here have some phases we have to go on. We call picante, that you are dating for like a weeks or months.
More or less hookup, right?
Hookup, yeah.
Picante, geralmente você tá numa festa e você acaba ficando com qualquer pessoa que você se interessar.
Eu acho que as mulheres aqui no Brasil, elas são mais profundas no relacionamento do que os homens. Agora os homens, meu filho.
Eu particularmente tô curtindo porque eu sou nova ainda, mas eu
Tá solteira.
tô solteira.
The next stage is ficante fixo.
É ficante prêmio que a gente fala.
Or ficante prêmio. Somebody that you only hook up with.
Aí é ficar quando você vai nas festas e acaba ficando com alguém que você se interessa. O ficante prêmio é o seu favorito. Em qualquer lugar que você estiver, se ele tiver também, você vai dar a liberdade só pra ficar com aquela pessoa.
The final stage is our namoro. Is our relationships really begins. Namorar means publicity, the relationship, you know? Social media and stuff.
Namoro é quando você quer aquela pessoa pronta, exclusiva pra você. Eu estou nesse relacionamento, onde eu tenho só uma pessoa. Aqui no Brasil, tanto mulher quanto homem querem mais curtir. É bem difícil encontrar alguém que queira namorar.
Existem os relacionamentos que existe gay, aberto, que rola 3, rola 4, rola 5. No Brasil é assim, é essa loucura de rolar 3, rolar 4 relacionamento.
A gente ficou ficante prêmio quase um ano ficando.
Namorando um ano só.
Aí tem o ficante prêmio, é quando a gente tá ficando, fica com outras pessoas. Mas tem o prêmio.
Mas agora todo mundo sabe que você está junto, não?
Sim, yeah.
Tem diferença entre homens e mulheres? Homens querem ficar mais...
Tipo, muita traição. Acontece muita traição, assim, da parte dos homens, né? Mas acho que as mulheres... Dos dois, mas eu acho que as mulheres são mais...
Mais
firmes,
apegadas,
mais apegadas, fiéis.
Eu acho isso
Os
mesmo.
homens são mais infiel.
Infiel.
Muito. Meu Deus do céu, bastante.
Mulheres não?
Não,
Assim,
existem
também
muitas,
existe,
com
infelizmente
certeza.
existe.
Mas eu acho que é mais os homens. Eu acho.
A
Aqui no
parte
Brasil.
maior é.
But how does it work if you're a gringo? You can skip the system and go straight for the relationship. Brazilian women are known to be good girlfriends.
How are relationships different here in Brazil than in the United States?
It's exactly like all the videos that I saw before that I watched on YouTube for years. Here, the women, they don't ask you for anything. You know, they don't demand that you make a certain amount of money or that you live in a certain type of house or condo or that you drive a certain kind of car. All that stuff is absolutely meaningless because when you come here, it's all about quality of life. You know, where can we go with our friends tonight? You know, what can we do to enjoy our life the most today? They just want a good man in their life that will love them and treat them well.
Okay, but if that's the case, why aren't all women already dating?
In Brazil, the relationship is very toxic. I don't like it. The guys are very impatient. Não são românticos, português não são românticos o suficiente.
Elas só querem sexo?
Sim, a maioria just sex, just make love. Aí eu procuro muito mais que isso.
Are there different roles in the relationship in Brazil?
Yes. Some guys, eles querem que você fique apenas dentro de casa, fazendo comida, limpeza, cuidando da casa e tudo mais. Boa parte deles. E a mulher só foi feita para procriar e ficar dentro de casa, então...
I don't necessarily believe I'm like wholeheartedly conservative when it comes to those types of views. I never ask her to cook or clean. She just does it automatically, which is great. If she didn't, it wouldn't bother me at all either, because it's not necessary for me to be happy. I just wanted somebody that loved me for me.
Cheers! That, my friends, is the wonder of dating apps.
And if Brazil isn't your thing, or if you simply can't get here, there is another way to meet great women.
But maybe this isn't the best place to talk.
Oh yeah, that's more like it. Now we can talk in private. So, a great thing about dating someone from another culture is that it makes you better. Overcoming those cultural differences builds up both your empathy and your patience. And while Brazil sure has tested my patience, the warmth and care people show each other always wins me over. And the same goes for the Philippines. The Filipina women build a relationship on traditional values, with a prime focus on loyalty and care for their partner. And Christian Filipina is not just a dating service. These guys have a whole team guiding you throughout the whole relationship process, deciphering culture codes and even sending flowers to your future partner. Use my exclusive link in the description and in the pinned comment to create a free account. You got nothing to lose. Buckle up, cause now this wild ride continues. Let's get back to the young Brazilians. How do they manage to find love with all those tricky rules and loose relations?
Eu acho que eu, quando estou com uma pessoa e eu quero um futuro com essa pessoa, eu já converso isso antes de preparar já o casamento, um relacionamento muito sério assim. Porque você tá com aquela pessoa ali que você ama. Se você não quer aquela pessoa no futuro...
Então não adianta namorar.
Não adianta nem namorar e ainda tá com aquela pessoa.
Enfim, eu acho que relacionamento sério é pensar no futuro como um casal unido. Claro que tem muitos problemas, mas sem procurar soluções para estar ali juntos, unidos, para superar todas as dificuldades que possa existir no relacionamento.
Quem pessoa vai preparar a comida, limpar a casa?
Eu acredito que o papel mesmo, fidelidade e respeito, união e irem juntos. Agora, as pessoas que ficam, geralmente só cada um cuida da sua vida e segue o baile.
Eu acho que as pessoas mais velhas, eu acho que a cultura ainda vê como a mulher que tem que cuidar dessa parte da cozinha, dessa
como
parte doméstica,
também.
Com os filhos e o pai, o homem no caso, tem só que trabalhar.
Não existe isso de homem pagar, mulher pagar, não. Os dois andam juntos.
Agora o mundo está mais moderno.
Exatamente.
Você pode fazer qualquer coisa que você quer.
Exato.
And the question all men wanna know, what do girls think of us?
The men not have that initiative sometimes, so the women need to look for the men. I think that's why we are known by being so expressive and talk too much, because we need to attract the men, make the men comes to us. And they are not that gentleman and polite. They don't respect you that much, so that's a challenge.
So your challenge is to attract the good men.
Yes, so like you have a lot of options, but you need to find a man that you can spend your time with and don't waste your time. I think it is the most challenging thing for women here.
So what's expected of me as a man if I'm dating a Brazilian girl?
Well, you need to know that every date you need to be paying for her.
I need to pay for everything?
Yes, like the Uber. If you don't pay the Uber for her, the transport, she will never look at your face. Like I think as Brazilian women, we get dressed, makeup, we need to pay for it. So like we are spending money to be beautiful for our date, for our moment together. So if you're not paying for it, what am I supposed to be here? That's what Brazilian women think.
So how long am I supposed to keep paying for everything?
Well, maybe years. It's up of kind of girl are you dating. Until she says, let me pay for you, or let's see how much it is, we can divide it. No, because it's something cultural about here. Men pay for everything.
So don't start dating a Brazilian girl unless you saved some money. That's the conclusion here. You have to pay for everything, but what do you get back?
Well, the simple girl will be honest with you, introduce you into her life. She will please you.
So the woman brings the relationship further.
Yes, and sometimes it's not healthy because she might be expecting him to make things for her and he's like not even buying her flowers. The men hook up more than date.
They have more one-night stands than actually dating.
They usually just hook up and then leave. But if he really wants someone, he will try to impress the girl and try to be in a real relationship. And after make her falling for him, he will stop impressing her, trying to. No, it's very hard.
And that's where the Brazilian relationships end?
Kinda. Sometimes they keep doing it, but it's like just trying to show people they're in a relationship, even if it's not happy.
They just keep being disappointed with each other.
Yes.
I think there's a pretty simple lesson to learn here. Treat your girlfriend well and show her affection, and she will keep you happy. Alright, there's just one little piece left to cover here. What's the foreign girl's impression of the Brazilian men?
So how do relations differ here in Brazil to Europe?
Well, what we can say about Brazilian guys is that they are like completely straightforward. They're just asking for your name and then like in 20 seconds they are asking for a kiss. I feel like they are also a lot more confident. And so they always try to convince you to do something here. And we're like, nah.
Do you ever let yourself be convinced?
If I say, okay, buy me a caipirinha, then yes, but only if they aren't that ugly. So if you buy me a caipirinha, we can maybe dance.
Okay, pay for the dates, be clear about the type of relation you have, and perhaps learn to dance. I think we got this. I'll keep hanging out up in the Northeast. Expect much more content about Brazilian culture and all the amazing places to visit. And if you like the video, please support the channel. It's kind of my only income. Thanks for watching and be safe.